Hi, my name is Lindholmer and I'm a PhD student at the University of St. Andrews. I focus on ancient Rome and the Roman Empire. Now, I want you to imagine that you're in the ancient Roman Empire. You know, it's dark outside, it's not even light, and your slave comes in and wakes you up in the morning. You're part of the political elite, and after waking up, you rush to the emperor's palace and you meet hundreds of other elite individuals who are waiting there to be let in. Finally, you come into the palace, and the Roman emperor comes out and starts greeting everyone. Everyone gets a kiss, everybody's greeted by a name, and each individual person is greeted. Then after that, you go home, and the next day you do the same thing over again. And this happens every day in the Roman Empire. Now, when I read about this the first time, my first question was, why on earth would they do this? Because scholarship on this area had always said that this was sort of an unimportant ritual, it didn't really matter. So I thought, why on earth would people then spend a couple of hours every day in their probably busy schedule doing this in the Roman Empire? And this became the focus of my PhD research. So once I started looking into this, I realized that it was so much more than just an unimportant ritual. So in the Roman Empire, in the first 2 centuries, the Roman emperor tried to present himself as a first among equals. He was not an autocratic monarch, an autocratic king. He was part of the elite, and he was merely first among equals. And if you think about the ritual I just described to you, you know, everybody's greeted by name, everybody's greeted individually with a kiss. It's a ritual that emphasizes and presents the Roman emperor as a first among equals. So this ritual is not just an unimportant manifestation of the emperor's power. It's a form of story that the Roman emperor tells the elite about who he is and why he's a ruler, what his relationship is with the elite. And the key here is that it tells a story where the Roman emperor is actually a first among equals. So it's not just a manifestation of how things are, it actually creates a reality that suits the Roman emperor. It fits with the kind of empire, with the kind of ruler that he wants to be. Then in late antiquity, in the 4th century, this ritual changes. Now everybody has to kneel in front of the emperor and nobody is greeted individually. This ritual tells a different story. It tells a story that everybody is equal in their inferiority to the emperor because everybody kneels in front of him. Again, this is not just a manifestation of how things are, but it's a story about how the new Roman Empire functioned, who the Roman emperor was, and why he ruled. So essentially, rituals are key to power, to Roman imperial power. And I think the important thing here is that this continues to this day. You know, if you think about the rituals that we have in democracies today, a lot of those rituals emphasize that it is a democracy. Even small things, everyday things in your life, you know, your birthday traditions in your family, the things that you do with your football team, all those traditions can be seen as rituals, as a way of explaining to each other who you are and about your place in the world. So the key thing about my project is that it shows that power is so much more than just soldiers and money. It shows that power also comes from rituals, and often it comes in these oblique and difficult to see ways where actually the most important power comes without us even noticing it. Thank you.